All right, Algebra 2, today we're doing 7.4 Evaluating Logs Day 3. So make sure you find this page in your packet and follow along in the notes, and you're also going to want your calculator. Today we're going to look at two new types of logarithms. They're called the common log and the natural log. The common log has a base of 10. So you'll see here the common log has a base of 10. So these common logs have a base of 10. So if it's a log base 10 though, actually, because it's so common, we don't write anything as the base. So you'll notice instead of saying log base 10, it just says log of y. Instead of log base 10 of y, it just says log of y. So you'll know that if there's nothing there, you assume this is base 10. Okay, it's so common that we don't need to put the 10 there. Then we also have something called the natural log. The natural log is a base of e. So log base e of y, you'll never see it written like this. You'll see it as lny. That's the natural log. So at the beginning, if it helps make you more comfortable, you can write lny of log base e of y, because that is the natural log. So every time you see ln, you should know that that is a base of e. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead on your own real quick and do numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you will notice that number 3 is ln, that's the natural log, and number 4 has no base there, and therefore that is the common log. So go ahead and do those 4 problems. Pause right now, and then we'll go through them. Okay, so 1 and 2 should be, okay, we have 3 to the third equals 27. Number 2 is 1/5 to the negative 1 equals 5. Number 3, that ln, the natural log, means base e. So a lot of people like to write the little base in there. So this is e to the 5th, and a squiggly line just means approximately equal to, or about, because it's been rounded. And then number 4, if there's no base, if there's nothing written there on the bottom of the log, then that's a base 10. So this is 10 to the third equals 1,000. Okay, the next set of problems is to evaluate the logarithms without a calculator. 1 and 2 have bases that you've seen before. 1, 2, and 3 all have bases that you've seen before. Number 4 has no base written there, so you should know that if there's no base next to the log, that this is base 10. Okay, so since number 4 has no base there, you know that that's base 10. So on number 1, we're going to think 4 to what power is 16, and so the answer is 2. Number 2, we're going to think 5 to what power is 125, and so the answer is 3. And number 3, we're going to think 9 to what power is 1/9. And so the answer 1/, is going to be a negative, and if you want 9 to remain 9, it's going to be -1. Okay, and the newer problem here, number 4, you're thinking 10 to what power is 100? And so therefore the answer is 2. Okay, now we're going to learn how to type these on your calculator. So, take out your calculator, look at it, and make yourself a little note of where these buttons are. So in yellow here we have the log button. It says log, that is the common logarithm, that is the base 10. Okay, so if you just see log, that is base 10. So for example, type in your calculator right now, log 1.5. Type in your calculator log 1.5, enter, and you should get 0.176. That is base 10. Okay, so the yellow shows when you're doing the common logarithm with the base 10. Now to look at the natural logarithm, which is base e, it's just below that. There's an ln button for natural logarithm. So if you see something like ln 1.5, you know that's the natural log. So you're going to just type in ln, natural log of 1.5 equals, and you should get 0.405. So that's how you use the calculator to type those in. So going back to your worksheet here, I want you to do examples number 1 and 2, where you're just typing those into the calculator. Go ahead and pause now, type those 2 in, and make sure you get the right answer. Okay, good. So you should have gotten 0.903 and -1.204. Directions say to round to the nearest thousandth, which is 3 decimal places. Okay, now we're going to evaluate, well, what if they don't have a base of 10, like in number 1, or of E, like in number 2, so we can't use those calculator functions. We're going to do what's called the change of base formula. Okay, so now looking at these down here, you'll notice those are not base 10 or base E. So what we need to do is change it to a base 10 or a base E, and typically we just stick with base 10. So you'll see here that if we have log base C of A, we're going to do log base B of A over log base B of C, and we're going to make this base our base 10 because that's what the calculator does and does easily. So for example, log base C of A, you can do log of A over log of C. Or you can do natural log of A over natural log of C. So in number 1, we're going to do log of 21, so log base 10 of 21 over log base 10 of 4. When you type that in the calculator, you want to make sure it will probably open up parentheses on 21, and you'll have to close that. So you're going to type into your calculator, which I'll bring mine over here, log 21, and you need to end the parentheses, divided by log 4. Enter, and you get 2.196, and this says to round to the nearest hundredth, which is 2 decimal places, so this is 2.20. So 2.20 is your answer. All right, so number 2, same concept. You're going to do log of 15 divided by log of 1/2. Again, it's really just knowing how to type this in the calculator, have your parentheses in the right spot. So log 15 end parentheses divided by log. You can type in 1 divided by 2. You can type in 1.5. Can't type in 12 like I just did. Whatever you want to type in there. So we get negative 3.91. So this will be negative 3.91. And number 3, same concept, log of 3/4 divided by log 2. And again, we want to type that in our calculator. And we get log of 3/4. You can type in 3/4 in end parentheses, or you can type in 0.75 divided by log 2. So what we did on each of those, and we get negative 0.42. What we did on each of those was change the base so that we could use the calculator. So there you have it. Here's essentially what we did here was type logs in the calculator, natural logs in the calculator, be able to do things like number 4 up at the top here where it's a base of 10 without a calculator, and how to change the base so that you can type it in. So these 6 problems are not in your packet, but if you would go ahead and do those, notice 1 through 3 say to do with a calculator. Okay, so you're going to type it in or maybe use change of base. And then 4, 5, 6 is without a calculator. So do these 6 problems and we will go over them in class tomorrow. Have a great day.